Hello everybody, once again I'm Burnt Nachos, and this is a Minecraft tutorial for the Xbox 360. I'm assuming you're here because you've seen the first part of this video, the intro. It shows you the finished product of this minecart station. Just gonna ignore that voice crack. And if you haven't, I'll annotate it up in the top left so you can go look at what it will look like. And in this video we're gonna cover the first two parts, which is the ejection system for the minecarts and the loader system that you can build to load them from within the building. So right here we're on a flat world, and I just elevated the land a little bit, and this is just where you would have your building. I obviously haven't made anything solid, just some walls similar to the finished product that I had. But one thing I really like about this design that I made is how simple it is to change it and suit it to your own needs, and how you can just play around with it a lot to get it to be what you want it to be. So with that being said, let's start. So over here, that's a wall that will eventually, it's going to need to be a big part of it because it's going to run along minecart tracks that'll go along here, and that's where the selection system will be, to select what your destination will be, and it'll be as long as you have destinations, I suppose. And then over here another wall, and then one back from it is where the minecarts come. And you can use the same method, I'm assuming it'll probably work with yours too, of mine tracks. But what I did to get them to come up at the right speed, which you can see the speed they come up now, you want to keep it slow enough so that people have enough time to hop in, and then as soon as they hop in, it should take them off to start the journey or whatever. And so what I do is I have an opening in these two walls and then a button, and the button will lead down a redstone right behind it, and then it'll just go down. You can put this underground, behind walls, whatever you want to do, and it'll come down into here. This will all be covered up eventually, where it has to go in 2 blocks behind a piston, and the piston is down here, facing just an empty block, which is where the minecarts will be stacked up right on top of it. Sorry about that annoying noise if you can hear it in the background. It's like a water heater or something. Also, sorry about the rain. I was trying to wait for it to go away, and it was not working. And so what you do here is, you can see there's power rails to start, and the same deal with this. I played around with it until I could get it the right speed. But you'll notice... I'll just use these. You'll notice when you put it down, it goes right into the wall, and that doesn't work. So what you do is you place one up here and then get rid of it, and it'll stay pointed up like that, and that'll make the minecart go right onto it. So what I do is I have one down and then 2 flat ones with a redstone torch next to it, one more powered rail, and then 1, 2 up regular stairs, and that'll bring it up at a good speed up here. And we can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On the 8th one is where I start powered rails again, and that's where it'll go off into the selection system. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 down, but only really 3 down are the carts because they get pushed off 1 block. So now I'll place some minecarts in here the same way that they'll go in when you put them in the adding system, and they'll just get shot fast enough so that they I love when stuff doesn't work. So they'll get shot into there, and the nice thing about this is they stack right on top of each other, like this, and it looks like the piston will press multiple, but when you press the button, it just pushes out the first one and it comes up the way you want it to. So if you do all that right, you could play around with it. If the same amount of blocks that I have doesn't work, it should come up at a good speed so that you can easily get into it and go off on your way without doing much work. So as long as you have the wiring down, you don't need any delay or anything in the repeaters. That's just to extend the redstone long enough. It's pretty simple, and we'll move on to the adding system right now. Let me just get some walls built, and we'll show you how to do it. Alright, we're back with a little bit of a rudimentary sort of setup system here. So you see what it does. This is the same way I built it in mine, and it's just along the wall, and it goes right out this wall here. This block doesn't actually need to be removed because you can keep everything one high with this one because only the carts are going to be going down it. So you could have stuff all along here, and then down here if you wanted. To cover up all these tracks and stuff like that, because you don't want to have to see them. So what you would do is, I guess you get rid of these two, and you'd plop a minecart here, and then you just push it off so that it goes on its way, and you can see it goes out the door, goes up that hill, which I made a little higher from when I left it, so you can fit more minecarts in there. I guess theoretically you could make it to the top of the world if you wanted to fit, like, I'm assuming about like 100 minecarts in it. So what you do is you have a chest full of minecarts, and you just keep plopping them down, pushing them in, and they'll just keep doing their thing, going up and filling up the little shaft here. And what's nice about this is that they always fall directly, as long as you have these, they fall right down the hole if you have enough power behind them, and they'll always fall right to where the piston can push them. And then another thing I have here that I think is nice is having the glass, so you can see how many minecarts are stacked up. So you can see how many more you need to put in, or if it's, because you don't want it to overflow either. It's not a good situation. But you can see this is easy what I did. You just power minecarts out the side, and you can build it into the landscape. You can build it underground, whatever you want. Just make sure it goes up at a correct angle with enough power to push it in, because if it doesn't have enough power, it'll just sort of like sit on top like that one did right there. You don't want that to happen, so you got to make sure there's enough power. And once you get that, you're pretty much good for the minecart releasing system. And you can see, you can keep firing them off here, and they'll just keep rolling by to where they need to go. And well, you can't press it too fast because it takes a while for the minecart or the piston to reset. Oh, look at that, nice little stack. With all that being said, thank you for watching this video, which covered the minecart release system and how to load minecarts into a stack so that they can be released. And we'll see you in the next video, where we'll cover the most important part of the station, which is the release and destination choosing mechanism, which sends you off on your journey to wherever you want to go. Please feel free to leave a like, leave a comment, check out my other videos. Got some comedy gaming and other fun stuff for you to check out if you like any of that. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.